Apple butter. Waiting for Derek's lips.
Oh my.
There we go.
All right. Here we go. Pretty good. It's like a party in my mouth. Alright, welcome to another day here with Stoked Living. We got a special little treat for you. It is the fall time. Weather's going to be changing here pretty quick. And one thing that we have here at my mom and dad's place is apple trees. We have gobs and gobs of apple trees. I'm not even sure how many we have. This is just there in the backyard. My grandma Stokes, Edith Stokes, she loved the garden. Flowers, vegetables, trees. She loved everything with plants and everything in the garden. And she got to where she couldn't get out and garden like she used to. And she would always buy extra plants or seeds or whatever, really whatever she could buy. She would buy and she would send it to Dad. And she said, "Phil, you need to put this in the ground somewhere." And these apple trees was part of it. And it's pretty neat, you know. I mean, that was years and years ago. And I was just a kid. And I thought, oh man, I got to plant another tree. Grandma brought more trees. But now it's kind of neat that whenever we see these trees and eat these apples, we really think of Grandma. So I encourage you, if you're not able, I know money's tight and everything like that, but if you've got some grandkids or whatnot, go and think about stuff like that you can give to them, and whenever your time comes, they can look back and they remember, yeah, I remember that tree. That a lot of mine with my grandparents, I think of trees, and I remember planting that tree with my grandma, you know, stuff like that. It's pretty neat. So just from my experience, this is a way that you can kind of pass on part of your legacy, you know, it's trees. I try to plant at least one tree every year, and sometimes I make it, sometimes I don't, but Grandma, she blessed us with these trees, and now she has blessed us with these apples. And they're just, I don't even know what kind of apples they are. They're all different. It was all different kinds of apples. So, I mean, there's just gobs of them. Dad, he put on Facebook, he said, "Free apples, come and pick them, you know, what you want." So we've been having a lot of people in the community. They've been coming to the house and picking apples. So it's kind of neat. I want a little tart. Good apple though. So what we're going to do now is, Mom is in the mood for making some apple butter. Whew. I think some apples are made for, you know, for like eating like that, and some are made more for cooking. But oh man, someone just had a flat. See him over there. He just had a blowout. I might holler at them and see if they want to bring their vehicle in to change the tire over here. But if you can see, these are all apple trees right here. This is a pear tree we had for years right there. There's gobs of pears up there on that. They don't get very big. Here's all the apple trees. I don't know how many. I need to count them up. There's a few of them that are kind of ready to eat. Some of them are still a little bit small. They're just apples and apples. Kind of like on that movie Secondhand Alliance. Corn, corn, corn. Apples, apples, apples. So you can see there's not a whole lot on the ground. Oh, there just went one. But the neighbors have been over and they've been picking apples. So I've got these people over here, they blew out a tire. Let's see if he needs some help. He had to blow out on his trailer tire. He said he's got a jack and impact and stuff, so he's good. So you can just see, they're just, man. So thanks Grandma for the for the apples. A lot of these trees I helped my grandma plant. My other grandma, Grandma Hannah. Little pine trees. So, if you're able to, get with your grandkids or your kids and get out there and plant some with them. Something that you can do together and they can learn, and then they can always remember you by. All right, well, we need to get inside and we need to get these this apple butter going. I'm pretty excited about it. All right, so we're just over here peeling some apples. This is kind of what they look like after they get done. Am I doing it right, Ma?
I think so.
All right.
What happened to this one?
Yeah, it was kind of stuck.
Oh, you were trying to run it through the little other thing. And he's left-handed, so it's probably
it's all backwards.
Backwards to you.
Well, you come just in time, Lily Lou. Save these right here for the goats.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
They'll have a heyday with that. Probably found her.
Probably.
I don't get too much of it. Goats are a little sensitive. Oh, lost the wheel.
Oh.
Sour?
Oh, are these sour?
Yeah, they're a little sour.
Granny Smith's or something like that, maybe.
Oh, there's all kinds out there.
Yep.
I'm gonna pick from one from the
One tree. One's out by the road. There's not. I mean, they're pretty young on that. Smaller.
That's why I was struggling with the apples. I forgot to finish the tops and the bottoms.
Yeah, they don't
I
come real
forgot to cut
clean.
off the top and the bottom before I sliced them. I was struggling with them. It's just not working. So, all right.
What do I need?
Okay, you're gonna mix it up. So I want you guys to know that none of this stuff is really my original. I have taken recipes that my friends have shared with me, and we share back and forth stuff, and then we make it our own by adding different things and doing a little bit different. So today this is going to be the first time I've done the apple butter the way I'm going to do it today. I'll use the same recipe and the flavorings, but I'm going to cook it a little bit different. So I'm thinking it'll work. I tried it with some applesauce and it worked, so surely it'll work with the apple butter. So we take about 5.5 pounds of cut up apples. That was a big bowl's worth, and if you don't want them, they're going to be cooked and they're going to turn colors anyway. So these have just been sitting out in the air for about 20 minutes, and they're already starting to turn. If you don't want that to happen, you can put them in some water and lemon juice with it to kind of keep it from, and there's also some commercial things you can buy to keep fruit fresh and stuff like that, but it's not really important for this particular recipe. Okay, I'm going to add 4 cups of white sugar. Where's my big measuring cup? I just had, I don't know. So, that's 2, I said 4?
Yeah.
3 and 4. Okay, put 4 cups of sugar on there. 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Some cinnamon here, and I'm not real, doesn't have to be precise by any means. I put in there about a little over 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. It calls for 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground cloves.
Right here.
Oh, there it is. Put a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves. And 1/2 cup of brown sugar. And that'll be packed brown sugar, so you'll want to put it in your cup and pack it in there. Half of a cup of brown sugar, and then 1 cup of water.
There's Dad. He's reffing at OU basketball game.
Okay, I'm back. So I'm going to pour 1/2 cup of water on that. And I'm just going to take, I've got a big bowl here, and I'm trying to cover that all. And this is a very simple one. It doesn't have all the different settings. It just has a dial thing on it. And so I'm guessing, but I think I'm pretty close on the guess, that when it reaches the pressure, I mean, it doesn't even have a gauge for the amount of pressure. I think it's probably setting it at 10 pounds of pressure. I'm going to, whoops. This batch pretty much fills up. Sorry about that. That grit on that pan might set people's teeth on edge. Anyway, so I'm just putting it in there like that. Now on this one, what I did was I assumed, once again, I was having to assume that it would take about 10 minutes to reach pressure, and I want to cook it for about 10 minutes. And then it'll take about 10 to 15 minutes to release. And so that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to go over here on this one, and I'm going to set it for about 35 minutes, probably 35 minutes is what I'm going to set it on. And get it to cook.
Well, what all we got going on here?
Well,
this don't look like apples.
That is not. That is spaghetti sauce.
Okay. Homemade spaghetti sauce.
Homemade, well, somewhat, but halfway homemade.
Oh, really? Okay.
I kind of cheat and buy the package dry seasoning mixes
Okay.
to go in there, but I use my tomatoes.
Well, you don't have to tell them that.
Okay, I won't tell them. So, secret is not out on that. Okay, so our processors had, and one thing I forgot when I got in here and turned all this on, my setting, let me hold that over there, my settings here, I did the pressure cook, when I got this all over here and I got it turned on, I put the pressure cook here, had to take my time up to 10 minutes, and then you can change the level of whether you're on low or high. I set it on high, so I think that's taking it to 10 pounds of pressure is what it's taking it to. But it took about 10 minutes for it to go to it, and when it got up to where it started sealing off and the pressure started building up, then it does the countdown. And then once it gets down to the bottom of the countdown, it'll say end. And then you just wait till you can press this little top button right here down, and you don't have any pressure coming off, then it's totally okay to open it.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to open it here, maybe. Why is it not opening for me? Because my pressure's all released.
Good. Oh, shoot this off.
Okay, maybe that was it.
Seems to you.
Alrighty. So it does. And so, oh, the smell. That is good stuff there. Alrighty, so what we got going here. Turn this off. Okay, hold on a second.
Oh man. Oh man.
I'm gonna blow the spaghetti up.
Don't
Might
do
have
that.
burned it. I don't know. Okay. So you can can it like this if you want. If you like the kind of the chunks in it, it's ready to put in the jars and to seal them. If you want it real smooth, if you like it, smooth like the consistency of applesauce, then you can put it further into a food processor and just puree it, and it'll turn it to where it almost looks like applesauce. But it has the cinnamon and the clove smell, and it's really sweet on that. So my husband likes it with like this. So we're gonna put it in the jars as is without running it through the processor. So I'll take my jars, my thumb here. I wanted to show you this when I was going through my jars. I got some really
Fancy.
kind of old-fashioned. They're actually old jars. There's that one, and then here's this one. And they are just old antique jars I'm still using from my grandparents. So anyway, it's always fun. You say, well, why are you using it? Don't use it. But it's like, I love to open up something that belonged to my grandmother. It makes me think of them every time. So I use my things. If they get broke, I'll be sad, but I think they would want me to use them. So that's my story.
Otherwise, they just sit on a shelf and you never see them.
I know. That's what I'm thinking. So somebody will see them if I use them. You're going to fill this up to about a ½ inch to the top. And what I've done is my jars have been, I put them in my dishwasher. I had kind of pre-washed them, put them in my dishwasher, put them on the sanitize heat thing, so it got it up to the real high heat. And so I feel like they're ready to go for us. So it takes a lot of apples to make. Very much.
I think we had five gallons of apples, I think it was.
Yes.
Probably
And
it was a big 5-gallon bucket full.
again, if I'm remembering correctly, I think I can get 7 or 8, maybe 9 pints in my canner. I should write that down so I should.
Yeah, it's about perfect.
Oh,
Oh, too top.
oh.
Come on.
Overflow.
How's she gonna do this without making a mess?
I don't know. I'm probably gonna make a mess.
Where's the biscuits at?
The biscuits? I should have put some on.
I need to test it out, but I've got to have biscuits.
Well, I might have some candy there.
Hey, you
not
did
too
good.
bad. Not too bad.
Good recovery.
I'll clean up the top of that before.
I think you have a this. With that.
Oh, it was just
Yeah.
had a suction to it. So it looked like it worked on this one too. This one Instapot was given to me. Never turned down free things like this. In fact,
Well, there's the girls.
there's the girls. Just in time to eat the. But so I don't know it as well as the other one, and it just doesn't have the dials to tell me. So I'm flying by the seat of my pants here.
It's hot.
Yeah, it's hot. Okay, so got our jars filled. You're gonna want to make sure the tops of them are very, very clean. You don't want anything underneath there. I think we're gonna have one. That's probably on another show, isn't it, where we did the okra?
Yeah.
I think one of the okra things might. Let's see.
Down there.
I don't know. I think I just rushed through. Alrighty. So you take and put the lids on there and seal them down tight. Oh, Derek, I didn't tell you about my noodle episode last night. I was making my noodles, homemade noodles, and I have this cutter thing. It has this handle that you have to stick in there to turn it to squeeze the. I can't find the handle anywhere. I don't know where it is. I don't know if it got thrown away or I don't know. And it's like, and Dad was gone. I couldn't find any tools. We were using a key and trying to turn it like this. It was just a mess. Phil comes home, and Tim the tool man Phil gets his electric drill out. And so we stuck this electric drill in the side of my pasta maker, and we made pasta with. I made the noodles with the electric drill. So just FYI, try electric drill. Well, I was like, and I was making supper for another family. She'd had surgery yesterday, and we were and it was like, I've got to have these noodles. It's like, what am I gonna do? So Phil came to the rescue.
Pretty handy on that.
Yeah,
Improvise.
yeah. If we can have duct tape, and baling wire, just electric drill, you can fix anything around here. Have them up there. Okay. We're now going to put them in our water bath. We want the water to cover the top of them by about an inch. I'll probably have to take some water out of this pan. It's a little deep. I'll have to look to make sure. I think it's 10 minutes. So I get this to boiling, and then you start timing. And I think we do that for 10 minutes. I'll look here just a moment. Sure. So. They sometimes want to tip over on you. So just as long as they're covered, even if that one's there, that one's okay. Let me check. 10 minutes, hot water bath. So when that starts boiling, I'll put the timer on it for 10 minutes, let it boil, and then I'll take the jars out and let them cool, and clean them again like we do. These will be kind of, even though it's in water and everything like that, they come out, sometimes they're kind of sticky, so it's hard to get all the sticky away. Oh, here we go. We have a piece of toast.
Oh man.
Oh man. That is some homemade apple butter. Waiting for Derek's lips.
Oh my.
There we go.
All right. Here we go. Pretty good. It's like a party in my mouth.
Okay. I like that. All right, party is the label.
Yeah.
on this one. Okay, so we have cooked it for the 10 minutes, boiling. That's what it, oh.
What?
I'll use pot holder on that. And here they come out. These we will leave standing up like this. Here in a little bit, just start hearing them popping. Telling me that they're sealed. And I let them cool. Usually, I'll probably tomorrow, I'll come in and wash them up and take the rings off, wash them up, label them, and store them away to be used. There's your...
There's my little brother. What up?
That's it.
All right.
Apple butter.
Yep, looks pretty good. That ought to be good. All right, well, that's another wonderful recipe from Mom. She,
Well, I want to give a shout out to Missy. She's the one that helped me with learn how to do the apple butter.
Missy
Ingram.
Ingram, oh, okay.
Yeah, Missy
Yeah.
Ingram. And so she needs all the kudos for this. I just told you how to do it.
I
So
think it's fogging up.
anyway,
There we go. We
that
look,
too
we
much?
look a lot better there.
do we look a lot better?
All right.
Like that. So, all right.
Okay, thanks again for
Alrighty.
watching here on Stoke Living. And we'll think of another recipe to share, and we will catch you next time. We'll see you.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Like and subscribe.